It has been a somber morning for family and friends who gathered in Bartow to say goodbye to a 12-year-old girl. Just a week ago, Rebecca Sedgwick took her own life. Deputies say she was a victim of relentless cyberbullying. Our John Thomas joins us live now outside the service. Good afternoon, John.
Yeah, good afternoon. And it's hard saying that good afternoon on a day like this. The funeral itself is just broken up. Friends and family are leaving. If we pan off to the right here, you can see members of the media. They're talking to her friends. I just spoke to one of her friends a little while ago, and she told me that she had actually seen Rebecca being bullied, but she had no idea what to do herself. You can see how this has been emotionally draining for her, for everyone here today.
Unfortunately, that's not the first time someone committed suicide as a result of online harassment. So, what can we do to prevent ourselves and our friends from this disturbing trend? In this video, we'll discuss how to identify online harassment and how to protect yourself from becoming a victim. So what exactly is online harassment, or cyberstalking? It involves using the internet to target someone repeatedly, leaving the victim with feelings of distress, fear, or anger. And this can be done several ways using email, instant messenger, and social media. So you might be thinking, all right, I know this happens, but I haven't experienced this, my friends haven't experienced this, so how often does cyberstalking really happen? So according to a study conducted by the Pew Research Center in 2014, about 70% of people aged between 18 and 24 have experienced in their lifetime some sort of online harassment. This is worrying because college students fall right into that age group of 18 to 24. What's worse is that women in this age group are affected by cyberstalking disproportionately. About 26% of women aged 18 to 24 have been stalked online, and about 25% were the target of online sexual harassment. The study also identifies social media as the most common environment for online harassment. But that's enough numbers and statistics for now. Let's talk to some current Penn State students and see what they have to say.
All right, how easily do you think someone could find your online information?
Probably pretty easily, and I think it's pretty accessible.
I think it could be pretty easy for people to find your online information, especially if all of your accounts are public. It's very easy for someone to access all of that.
I feel like probably pretty easily. People could probably hack into my online information, or just what you could see off of my Facebook profile, even if it is private.
I think that nowadays with the privacy settings on websites, it's pretty difficult, but I feel like if someone was experiencing cyber hacking or something, that it could be accessed pretty easily.
Do you take steps to make sure your information isn't publicly available online?
No more than just clicking the private thing. That's it.
Yeah, all of my social media accounts are as private as they can be. So most people, unless you really go digging, can't find information.
Yeah, I have all my social media accounts. I have them all set to private, and then whenever I get a friend request, I don't just hit accept. I actually look and make sure I know who it is before I click accept.
Yeah, I always try to put all my accounts, for Instagram and Facebook, to be private, and that only people that I've approved can see my pictures and postings.
If you become a victim of online harassment, do you know what resources would be available to you?
Not really. The only thing I can think of is the Rescom desk at Pollock, or one of the other dining halls or commons, and I don't really know if they can help, but it's a place to start.
I do not know resources that would be available to me, but I'm sure I could Google some and something would pop up that could possibly help.
No, honestly, I have no idea. I feel like there would be something out there, but I don't know what it is. I feel like that should be be put more in public's attention.
So now that you know a little more about cyberstalking and online harassment, what can you actually do to prevent it? We've broken it down into 5 simple steps. First, it's really important that you keep track of who has access to your devices. The second step is protecting your credentials. Lock your phone and computer with strong passwords, not just easy to remember phrases. This step's really important. Don't share your password. If you have to, make sure you change that password as soon as possible. The third step is simple. Google yourself. Any information you can find, someone else can too. And this leads us into our next step, the use of privacy settings. These exist on most social media sites, which, as we said before, are the prime locations for online harassment. The last step is to reach out if you do become a victim of cyberstalking and contact your local campus police department. You should keep track of all evidence of the harassment, and this might include something like screenshots, printouts, or whatever you can do to document what's happening. You should also consider suspending your social media accounts until the police have dealt with the situation. So that's it for this video. Now that you know more about online harassment, hopefully you can prevent yourself from becoming a victim in the future. Thank you for watching.
Da da da.